Journal Record Capital correspondent Catherine Sweeney joins us to discuss more stories making news in business this week. Catherine, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, state officials aren't the only ones trying to make sense of all this medical marijuana business. Cities are also struggling, we understand, to come to grips with the new law. Is that right?
It is. So State Question 788 is what legalized medical marijuana, and that law says that cities can't make any stricter regulations on the business, but some cities are looking at that anyway. So War Acres, which is outside of Oklahoma City, is looking at saying what parts of the plant are legal and which ones aren't, and dictating the uses that residents can practice with it. And Yukon is looking at dictating where dispensaries can put their locations. So they wouldn't allow them within 1,000 feet of daycares, playgrounds, libraries, residential areas. However, they're looking at adjusting that because that rule would cover most of the city.
All right, switching gears to the oil industry, Oklahoma's oil patch continues to rebound. How is that going to affect employment in the energy arena?
So the oil field services industry is usually the first one to get hit when there's a downturn, and it's the last to recover. Chemray is a company in Oklahoma City that makes these big valves that go onto those sites, and they are actually having a job fair looking for more workers. They need about 70 more, which is a good indicator for the industry, but with such a low unemployment rate, finding qualified people has been difficult.
All right, preparations continue for the rollout of Oklahoma City's new streetcar system. How's everyone feeling about it right now?
Well, they're starting a new project that is under that. So they're going to spend $2 million to make sure all the street lights on the track line up with the streetcar. If a streetcar hits a red light, it can be dangerous for the pedestrians or people driving around there, for people on the streetcar. But if it's green, it's not only safer, but helps them hit all their stops on time as well.
And finally, Oklahoma City is moving forward with a new water pipeline project.
Yeah, so there are two big drinking water facilities that serve Oklahoma City. One is on Lake Stanley Draper and one is on Lake Overholster. They are using this project to make sure that the two facilities can pump water back and forth to each other. That's to hedge against any kind of damage that they might get in a storm or other emergency. A tornado hit one of them a few years ago and crushed some of the important machinery there, and people went without water for a while. This makes sure that doesn't happen again.
All right, Catherine Sweeney with the Journal Record, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.